Hey guys, welcome back to NoobTube. Today I'm going to be showing y'all my settings for Battlefield 2042 controller settings, so let's get right into this video. Okay guys, so to start off, we're in our settings, so crossplay, controller hands, all of these things, these don't really matter to you guys. You can change that to whatever you want. Display, field of view, I set that to 91.5 so it's not too zoomed in. It helps me see the battleground a bit easier. And for vehicle third person point of view, I like to make that 88 max because it just makes it a lot easier, like with the field of view. And then for ADS field of view, it should be turned on because, no, wait, no, yeah, turned off. I had that turned on accident. Turn that off because that'll make it so that you can zoom in more if your FOV is higher than the default. Turn that on if your FOV is less than the default. But then brightness 78, motion blur 36, and you can change those two things if you want. HUD general, show HUD on, all of these things. Don't really change much. Always on. Camera shake amount, I set that to 75. It helps you see a lot better. Instead of your screen completely looking like it's gonna shatter. These are just my preferences. I like green, red, blue. They just make it a lot easier to see sometimes in a darker environment. But that's it for those. You can change whatever. Show kills made by all, anything you want. For this, damage numbers, I make the damage number so you can change it from hidden to score log to screen center, and on the right here it's showing what it would look like on your screen, and this shows how much damage you're doing. I like mine on screen center, and I like to make mine large. And then I like to make my horizontal offset 70 and my vertical offset 43. It just helps me. That's just your preference. If you want to change that, then you can. I like it. It makes it a lot easier to see how much damage you're actually doing to the enemy team. Chat visibility. Don't need to really change any of that unless you really want to. These things, scales, minimap scale, I set that to 80. I think that might be the normal. But then nothing else in this section, so we'll go into display. We have the crosshair opacity. I set that to 100, makes it easier to see. My outline opacity for it is 54. And then I make my crosshair color like a light red. I make my crosshair thickness thick. It also makes it easier. Crosshair projection obviously on. The crosshair impact point for vehicles, I set that to circle, and I set that color to yellow. And then I set my hit indicator opacity at 100, hit color yellow, headshot color red, kill purple. Armor broken indicator, I turn that on, makes it easier. Show damage type off. That's it for crosshair. We can go into minimap now. Rotate with view is on for me. I like it a lot more than off. Minimap scale 80, all of that stuff. I set my icon scale with view distance off, and my default minimap view distance is medium. Nothing else here. And in HUD icons, I don't think that I've changed any of this actually. Let me see. Just enemy icon, just different icons. No, I've not changed that. My master volume, if I'm recording, then I keep it at 57, but if I'm playing, then I keep it around 72. Music volume lower, and sound effects volume 80. in-game announcer 65. Set my sound configuration to stereo. I set my audio mix to 3D headphones if you're wearing headphones. Obviously, if you use speakers or something else, then obviously use that for those. And for hit indicator sound, I would turn that on because that helps you some. And enrolled radio music, I turn that off. Music package random, just whatever you want for that. Nothing in voice chat, nothing in subtitles. So now we're getting into controls. I keep every controller on control default. I could change most of this if I really wanted to, but I'm just not. I don't really feel like it, and I don't need to. I'm already used to that stuff. Invert all look, you can set this is like, so I'd go down to go up if I turned it on. This is used in like aircraft usually. I turn on foot, obviously off, vehicle driver off, transport driver off, gunner off, aircraft I leave that on because I'm just used to that. Ever since I started playing with the aircraft in games, it's always been inverted. I've just gotten used to it. My controller vibration, I turn that off. It helps me aim a lot better, and I would recommend that. But on foot, normal sensitivity 70. FOV normal, all of that. Uniform soldier aiming is where like it won't like accelerate more the longer you hold it. Like it like counters the there's this one option down here. Let me see it. It's the aiming left/right acceleration right there. So this makes it so like the higher the number, the more it'll speed up slowly after like holding after moving more. And then, so I turn that off, but it's better if you want for like muscle memory. I turn my aim assist all the way up. My aim assist slowdown 100, 100, input curve and stuff, standard. Turn my acceleration on 70. I turn my sprint on click. It's just kind of weird to hold. Double tap forward to sprint. I turn that off. Um, Sprint defaults over, I turn that on, and I also turn always use traversal sprint. So like if you use this, then the second you sprint, it'll automatically go into traversal sprint instead of you have to like toggle it on. And then for soldier weapon zoom hold, I've not been used to toggling. It's just kind of weird for me. I don't like toggling scope. Steady scope, I like hold. It's just I feel like I'm just used to this stuff. Soldier aim zoom aim sensitivity is just 100. Parachute auto deploy off. Air spawn parachute auto deploy off. This is where like so if you spawn in air, then it'll auto deploy if it's on. But auto throw grenades and lives, I turn that off because with that's the second I click my right or left bumper, it immediately throws, and I like to be able to hold that down to aim. Autos off. I like to toggle the revive, so you just have to click X, and then request as skip revive hold, and invert C5 input. So I throw it C5 with my left trigger and detonate with my right, but if I inverted this by turning it on, it would mean that I would throw with my right and then detonate with my left. Vertical aim ratio, none of this that I've gone through. You can go through all of these zoom aim sensitivities if you really want, but I don't. I don't want to go through all that. Vehicle aim sensitivity, I like 20. All of these things, gone through some of these. Standard. Vehicle boost, I like hold because you're holding down the boost. For airplane zoom, all of those the same. Invert vertical fly on aircraft, like I said, I do that. Aircraft control sensitivity, helicopter control sensitivity, I set those both to 70. nothing else really. The uniform vehicle aiming is just the same with the uniform soldier aiming, except for vehicles. And then controller tuning, I turn vibrations off, like I said. It helps you aim a lot better. The only thing that I change in here is the input thresholds, the max input thresholds on my triggers. I changed those to 70. And then accessibility, I just changed the colors. Nothing else. You can change the concussion effect from bright to dark, which I like it bright. But that's actually all it though. So if you found this video helpful and you use these settings, then I'd appreciate it if you liked and subscribed to our channel. We're only 19 away from hitting 100. We're almost there. So have a great day. See ya.